Hey YouTube world, this is Katie and I am here to help you unlimit yourselves. Today what I want to talk about was a post that I made yesterday on Facebook about gut health. This has been something I've been learning about for the past couple years due to my own circumstances that has just made a huge impact on my life. I started having all types of symptoms and things happen to me as I got older that I just didn't feel like were a natural part of getting older, because some people told me that stuff. They're like, oh, you're just getting older, and I was like, I refuse to take that answer. Like, I see other people that are older than me that are doing just fine, and I don't feel like I should have to deal with these things that are happening. So it started me on this journey of definitely adjusting the way that I ate. There was a long time that I traveled and I did sales on the road, and I ate like crap. I just had fast food all the time, gas station food for like 3.5 years, and that was just like pumping my body with processed food. So I'm sure that things started to elevate and change very quickly as I hit certain ages because of all of the uncare that I was doing to myself. So I started to change the way that I ate, like I said, and that was really helpful in a lot of ways, but I was still having a lot of the deeper symptoms. For instance, my thyroid was acting really crazy, and I only found that out because my hormones I felt were like super unbalanced. I was having just super symptomatic things that showed that my hormones were extremely imbalanced, and my face started breaking out, which I've always had like a pretty clear face my whole entire life, so I was super put down by this. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And my metabolism wasn't stable. There was just so many things that were going on with me. And so I started looking into gut health. It's been kind of new research over the past, however many years that they've been doing the research on it, but it's really amazing the things that they've come up with it. And if you haven't looked into it at all, I would definitely challenge you to go look something up about it, an article. They have all types of peer-reviewed articles, things that are definitely accurately sourced information that you could see what I'm talking about. But basically they're saying that our gut is like more of a brain than our actual brain, that within our gut we develop we make serotonin. It's a place that can excrete anxiety, stress. There's cortisol levels in there. They have like all types of things that they can read about your body through your gut. There was actually a doctor, an acupuncturist, he did like traditional Chinese medicine, that healed somebody just by experimenting with acupuncture through the gut, which is amazing. So there's all these new advances that is really exciting, that we can try to figure out how to properly heal our bodies through our gut. And what I had started to find out for myself was that every single ailment that I was dealing with, so like my thyroid issues, and all the things that went along with that, and breaking out and just everything, all of it was due to my gut health. I have been working for the past 2 years now to clean up my gut health. I found out that I had dysbiosis, which is basically like parasites, and did a cleanse for that. And then I also and then I also was doing research on candida and realized that a lot of my gut health had to do with having candida, which is basically bacterial overgrowth, the bad bacteria over the good bacteria. Because we have both good and bad within our stomach, just like we have good and bad within our souls. And it's about a balance, right? You don't want the bad to overtake the good, because then you start getting sick, you start having inflammation, disease can start to creep up, and that's where the sickness and ailments that come into place. So I did this cleanse and it really helped with a lot of stuff, but I was still having some smaller symptomatic things going on with me. So I realized that this is just a process that's ongoing that I'm going to have to do for a while. But there's a combination of things that I use, which I have found to be very helpful. One is that I drink Kangen alkalized water. I found that when I alkalize my body with either alkalizing foods or alkalized water, and you can make alkalized water actually with apple cider vinegar or lemon, you just put a little bit in the water and drink it, and that helps to alkalize your body. You can look up alkalizing diet and the type of foods out there that are alkalizing. Basically, most greens are alkalizing. vegetables, most green vegetables, and things like that. So I realized though that when I alkalized my body, what it was doing was setting up the environment for the good bacteria to grow. And the way that I was growing my good bacteria was through taking healthy probiotics. I've taken all different kinds of probiotics to help, and really it's beneficial to have as many different strains as you can think of or that you find, because it's the people that have been proven to be the most resilient in life and that never really get sick have a huge plethora of good bacteria within their gut, and it helps them to fight off all of these bad things that just want to creep up, right? So basically, I've started rebuilding the environment and the cultures of my gut, and it's been an amazing journey. I can tell you the number one killer of your gut and your good bacteria is sugar. I always say if there's anything that's the devil in this world, it is sugar. That stuff is so addicting. It is like crack cocaine to your brain and your body. It literally affects the same part of your brain that crack cocaine does and has the same type of effects. When the first time that I ever withdrew myself off of sugar, and the first couple times actually, I got flu-like symptoms as if I was withdrawal symptoms. And I've had those before too, so I know relatively how bad it was in comparison. And it was pretty bad. Definitely not for the faint of heart, that is for sure. But I've always known that my health was important to me, and what I could see myself on the other side was just such a bigger goal to me that I wanted to keep forward and keep towards it. So I did. And so then after about 5 months of cleansing and like rebuilding this environment in my gut and making myself feel better, I decided to be human for a little bit. And I like went down to the beach and was with people hanging out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna like experiment a little bit with some different foods. And maybe for like a week or two, like 8 processed foods. I will tell you, I felt an immediate difference, but just kind of like still felt okay, but it's because I had built up my good bacteria, so it wasn't like destroying my body at this point. It was like, okay, like we'll let you have a little bit. After about a week though, I legitimately felt so bad, and it didn't show up in my physical symptoms at first. The first place that I noticed it show up was in my mental approach to life. I was so down, and it was crazy because I could see the clear correlation. What have I been doing for the past 5 months? My mood was extremely stable and good and even, and now what have I been doing for the past week and a half? And now how is my mood? Really shitty and really horrible and just really down on myself. So it was just a no-brainer to me that like, wow, you know, this body is our temple. It makes sense that what you put in it is what you're gonna like get. You are what you eat, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's about balance. I'm not saying like eat perfect all the time or like be alkalized all the time, but like if you're gonna eat more acidic things or do things like that, balance it out and make sure that you come to an even place so that you can maintain your health. So this is what I've been doing for myself. There's a couple things that have helped me lead myself up to this journey. If you're planning on doing some type of cleanse or something to clear out dysbiosis or anything like that, I would encourage you to talk to a professional. I went to an herbologist that showed me exactly what I should take to cleanse myself out, and I did it safely. And you know, from that point on, I would, you know, if you want to take probiotics, and another supplement that I've taken is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an ancient medicinal herb that is good for lowering your blood sugar levels, lowering cortisol levels. It helps with stress, anxiety. It helps with, oh my gosh, there's like 1,000 things, not 1,000 really, but there's a lot of things that it helps with. So really it's beneficial to take, and I take it on a day-to-day basis, and it actually, the functionality of it increases the more you take it. So taking it every day, it's like working better within my body. It's used to it. So I'm going to leave links to those things down below, the probiotics, ashwagandha, a couple different brands that I've tried that were very reputable, that I've had a good experience with. And if you are looking to just like see what maybe might be going on with your body or your mental health, I would encourage you to start with your gut, because when I treated those other things individually, I would get short-term results, and it, you know, everything always would come back, or it would just come back worse. And since I've been treating my gut, I have never felt better, and I am just amazed in the amount of change that I've been able to see in my life. So I hope that this video helps somebody out there. These are all things that have helped me along my journey and got me to where I'm at, and I'm still improving on a day-to-day basis. My intention with these videos is to continue to grow as you all grow, and hit the like button if you liked what I was sharing, and share if you feel need to share with somebody else that might need this information. And please subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, and I'll see you back on here soon. Bye.